I want to tell you about risk, because risk is a hilarious topic. People are really strange. We're having this conversation. One of my favorite statistics is that every year, 50 people in the UK get killed by their underpants. No, it's true. It actually is a true statistic. Yeah? So when you are holding up your underpants, beware. These things are dangerous. Killer underpants, okay? But you don't think of your underpants as killers, do you? Every morning you sort of yank them on. You don't think, hey, this is a killer underpants. No, never. Okay? And what it is there are lots of things going on. For a start, familiarity confuses people. The more familiar they are with something, the less risky they think it is. Have you been abroad and then somebody offers you the local delicacy, I don't know, sheep's eyes or something like that, and everyone's tucking in and you're going, ooh. Have you had that experience? Why? They're not going to kill you. It's just it's unfamiliar. So there's a confusion about that. There's also a confusion about experience. We're talking about this. The more people have seen something, the more they think it'll go wrong. A lot of the reason why often senior executives won't support innovation is because they've seen it go wrong in the past. Therefore, it goes wrong. That's what happens with innovation. So they had one bad experience, and therefore that's how all the experiences are. So that's another one.
It's about conditioning, isn't it? It's about what you learn at the beginning and what you when you're in that stage, yes. and what you take as that's reality. Yes. You know, so the point you make about eating, you know, you might go somewhere where they're eating beetles. They're not going to kill you, but actually we don't eat beetles.
That's right. So it's a shock. Yeah. Yeah. Well, some beetles might kill you, but yeah, but absolutely. No, I'm with you. It's the conditioning. It's all the conditioning. And the funny thing is, the more risks people take, often the better they get at taking risks. We'll come on to this in a second. Then there's that wonderful thing of risk attitude, which is my favorite. So I want you to pretend just for 1 second that you are finalists in a game show. Yeah! Okay, and you have a choice of 2 games you can get involved in. Game A, they all revolve around tossing coins. With game A, if I throw heads, you win a cool 500K. Tails nets you a mind-boggling 1 million quid. Okay. Or you can play game B. With game B, heads nets you 20 million quid. Tails, on the other hand, nets you nothing. Who's going for game A? Who's going for game B? This makes no sense. People looking at the ones who went for game A, yeah, and people looking at the ones who went for, don't you think that they're completely mad, the game A ones versus the game B people? Why would anyone go for game A, do the maths, 750K, 10 million. Why would anyone go for this one?
Because you're always going to win something.
Yes, because you're saying, I'm guaranteed something. And these guys are going, I have nothing, I'll end up with nothing or a lot. They're looking at the upside, they're looking at the downside. Mathematically, you should never do this one. But most people do. That's about their attitude.
The top one, whatever happened, your life will be improved. The bottom one is a gamble.
They're both gambles. No, I think what you're doing is you're reinforcing your risk attitude. Because you're saying, I'm right, those are nutters. And they're looking at you going, God, 750, 20 million, you wimp. Okay, so these things are highly personal. So what you need to do is get very much into the habit of eliminating risk as early as possible. And actually, for this one, there's nothing for me to teach you except to remind you and show you a technique which works quite well. So to remind you is easy, as long as everyone here has at least once in their life seen a science fiction film. Yes? Anyone never seen a science fiction films are basically the global way of training people up in risk elimination. Did you know this? No? Okay, think about it. Apart from E.T., they involve aliens. What's the job of an alien? An alien travels across millions of light years and galaxies to come to Earth, and their job is to eat you. That's all they do. Am I right? So I want you to imagine an alien spacecraft has crash landed just by that table over there. And imagine I'm walking towards this alien spacecraft. What advice would you give me as I approach an alien spacecraft? Why should I turn around? Absolutely, because with no training at all, you have identified that this thing is dangerous. You'll notice they never do that in the films, do they? They go, oh, what was that crash? And they run to the danger. And the training is you shout, don't go. It's part of the training, okay? The second thing, if you've not been there to give me such great advice and tell me not to go, is you always arrive at the alien spacecraft. And I would get there because no good advice. And you can never find your way in, am I right? There are no door handles. Have you ever seen it? So you press something and then some silver steps go, okay? And you walk up these silver steps. And I'll go into it. Eddie's gone into this alien spacecraft. And they're cavernous, aren't they? Huge. So I'm wandering around going, hello, aliens? Any aliens? Okay? Can't find any. And then this amazing thing happens where as you come around a corner, all of a sudden, there is a sort of a throny chair thing. And from behind, it looks quite safe. And then the music starts. So as I approach it, boom, 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 I get to about here, and I realize it's not an empty chair. Actually, there's this sort of alien thing with acid laser teethy things, and tentacles. What do? I'm standing right next to an alien spacecrafty thing, purpley purple with teeth and acid. What do?
I come in pieces.
I do what?
I come in pieces.
I come in pieces. So you want me to announce that you should eat me? What do? Run. I start to run. The problem with these alien things, they've got tentacles. So as I'm rounding the corner, it zaps out its tentacles, and it just pulls me back for lunch. What do I do before I run? Scream. Not a good plan. Come on, something which will save me.
Throw your underpants at him.
There is a book by that name. What do you do?
Try and kill it.
Kill it. Oh, thank you very much, Isabel. Saved my life, okay? The rest of you wanted me to get eaten. You try and kill it. When do you kill it? Do you wait till it's half eaten your leg before you kill it? You kill it at the start, don't you? Kill it now. They never do that in the films, do they? 3 of them arrive at the airline spacecraft. They go inside, you go, don't! And they say these magic words, let's split up. One of them, called, say, Fred, arrives at the alien first. He's obviously got one of these latex suity things, okay? And on this side, he's got a zappy gun, which can, he said to stun, kill, etc. On this side, he's got his communicator. So alien here, unraveling. Which one does he choose, his communicator or his gun? Communicator. And he raises it up and he calls the other and says, there's something green and slimy. 2 seconds later, the others are like, where's Fred? No sign of Fred, but an alien sitting in the chair with a Fred-shaped stomach, picking its teeth, or whatever, okay? Do they kill it? Or do they take it back home to the laboratory for study? So, they take it back with them, lock it in the kitchen, which is what's known as containment, and by now, of course, it's digesting Fred, so it's asleep. So they get somebody to watch it. Who do they get to watch it? The smart cadet who will do a great job, or the mad scientist who secretly wants to go and poke it and do experiments on it, or the drongo who's smoking pot. Never, ever the cadet. So the monitoring isn't going to work because they're not looking for vital signs. The mad scientist goes in, pokes it a bit, and then they show you that close-up, don't they, of the fingers when it's coming awake. Have you seen that? And it grabs him by the throat, kills him, and escapes through the slidey doors. Have you seen these films? Then it goes into the ducts and jumps out, leaping out, biting people randomly. And finally, the only way to get rid of him is to blow up the whole space station, which is what's known as Plan B. In your packs, there's something which says fix it now, if I've got this right. It's not on the next page. It's on a page far, far away. I hope it's in here. Have you found it? Somebody must have found it.
Is it this one?
Yes, no, it's page 14. I'm still answering your question, by the way.
Yes, don't worry.
So page 14 has something called Fix It Now. This is how you survive the aliens. Now, what happens with this particular one is it's a way of trying to make sure that you eliminate stuff up front. When I asked you your fears at the beginning, and I told you the story about laughing with your friend, and really the issue was I was trying to find out what your aliens were. Because if I had a sense of what your aliens were, I can respond immediately. And we did that together, didn't we? Okay. What you need to do is you need to do this for the people you want to influence, especially if they're more powerful than you. You need to think about your own aliens, and then you need to pretend that you are them and think about it from their point of view. So that you can have a conversation which goes along the lines I was thinking about doing X, Y, Z, but I can fully understand that from your point of view, this could be really bad for ongoing sales. So what I'm also proposing we do is whatever goes in that column. And if it starts to become an issue, we're only going to do it in the southern region, and 2 of my guys are going to check daily sales figures. In other words, you kill the alien before they get a chance to say, I'm scared of what you're proposing. Because in times of change, people do hunker down and get scared and go back to what they know. It doesn't work anymore, but unfortunately, that's what they do as part of our old programming.